Hey everybody, welcome! My name is Kurt, aka the Vitruvian Gamer, and here we are again with another playthrough, a solo playthrough, and this time we are playing the Burgen van Burgund. Wait, does that have a solo play? No, but... Das Kartenspiel zum Strategie-Klassiker. That one has a solo variant, a solo play. So this is the card game, people, the card game of the all-time classic, the Burgen van Burgund, Castles of Burgundy. And I've set up a solo game here on the table. Ta-da! There we are. This will be our arena. We are playing against Aaron. Aaron is the virtual player. He got a name in the rulebook. And, well, we are going to try to beat him in 5 rounds. Alright, now the goal of the game is to beat him in 5 rounds, have more points than him at the end of the game, but we have to have more points, or at least as many as he has after each of those 5 rounds. If not, we lose the game. So each round is a race to points, so we can keep on playing, so we can score that end game. Okay, so what do you see here on the board? You see all kinds of things here. Well, we have, of course, our own area, and that's divided into 3 parts. We have the project part here. Now, I'm not sure, some of you or most of you might know Castles of Burgundy already, but I will explain everything about this game as we go, as if you wouldn't have known anything about it. So, we have projects here. We don't have them now, but we can get up to 3 projects at the same time here. And projects, those we can build into our estate right over here. Then we have here our storage room, where we can store our animals, our goods, and our silver, and they all have their own use, of course. Okay, we have workers we will use to medicate our result of the dice, and I say do this like this because there are no dice in this game, while the original one did have dice. This one doesn't, but it uses a way like dice. Our silver point cards, we have good cards, and the way it goes in setup is you get one at random, and then you shuffle all of the rest, and you make 2 random stacks of them face up. So these are the 2 goods that are face up now. You do the same with all the animal cards, and then we have bonus cards here, one of each for each type of cards that are in the game. I will show you that later, what each of them are. And if you are the first one to complete a set of 3 of those particular cards, then you get this bonus card, which is worth 1 point. And another one here, this is if you get at least 1 of each color, as the first player you get 3 points. If you're the one that can manage to do that as the second player, you get 1 point. Also special about the solo variant is that you make stacks of cards for the virtual player, for Aaron, and you start with 3 cards. Now you can just put them in stacks on the table. I did it like this to save some space on the table. First 3 cards. Now this is the bonus thing about the first round, round A. Then you have a stack of 4 cards, 5, 6, and you end with 7 cards for the virtual player. So that's what I put here. We put these cards like this. You can also put it from top to bottom, so you can put cards next to it. I preferred in this setup, I put them underneath it. There will be cards here that we can get into our projects. And this is the stack of cards that with all the different colors of cards. So that's the setup. And I think we can start playing. Yeah, I think we can. So let's do that. Okay, we can start our first round against Aaron, the virtual player. And we start by taking these top 3 cards, so the pile of 3 cards we made for him. So we start with round A. And well, what we do with his cards, very simple. We just turn it around and we put them in his estate. Now this is a kind of a set collection game. So as you can see, 3 different colors. Now you will see later, if I play cards like that, I get actions, I get to do stuff like this. But this is set collection, so we're trying to make sets of 3 to score points and whatever. Also, if you have this round card, if you manage to do make a triple, 3 cards of the same type in round A, you get to choose one of these 5 bonuses: 3 points, 2 cards, 2 animals, goods, workers, or money. We'll see that happen when it happens. Okay, so that's the cards for, they are slippery for the virtual player. And then we ourselves get to do our stuff. We get 6 cards of the draw deck. Now we don't look at them, we just shuffle them again. And this is our draw deck. So we have our own little draw deck here. And we will take 2 cards from the draw deck. And as you can see, I've got a slippery table or slippery cards, I am not sure. So these cards in our hand, or in my hand, you don't have to look at anything below the dice results. So we are only going to use them for the number here on the dice. Okay, but what can we do with this? Well, we can do plenty of things. But, well, we want to have projects here, so we need some projects. Now, in a 2-player game, which is also in a solo play, we draw 7 cards, and the way we do that is we just put them from left to right, the first 6 ones. So we're just going to put them there, so the numbers don't have to match, as you can see. We just put them here in the display. Lots of yellow. I promise I shuffled these, I really did. Okay. Right, and then card number 7, well, we put that on the number of the die on it. So let's put that. Didn't think too good about the setup. I want to fit everything into the screen, so that's on the number 1 as well. So these are the cards we can get into in our projects. And well, let me tell you what we can do next. Well, we can do 6 things. We can do 6 actions with one of these 2 cards. We can have choice between 6 actions. The first action is we could take a card from the display and put it into our estate. Now, how does that work? We are looking at the numbers here on top, and we can play a card here, like this one, with number 3. And I could take a card here underneath the 3 and put it into my display. I also have I might have workers to me available. I don't have them now. A worker, well, when you have a worker, you can play this card, put it back into the supply, and change your result of your cards here by 1. So I could make a 2 or a 4 out of these 3. Alright, so that's taking a card from the display, put it into our projects. The other thing we can do is we can put cards from our projects into our estate. Now, for example, if we already managed to get this card here, so for example, I played this 6 to get that card here, I could play this card here, it's a 3, so that has to match the number on the card itself. So I could play this card here and I put it into my project. Alright, now as soon as I do this, stuff will happen. Because we get 1 bonus, and the bonus is whatever is here on the card. And I will explain whatever it does when it happens. So that's also a possibility. Put it 1 card from your projects into your estate. Alright. Action number 3. We can sell goods. As you can see, we already have 1 good. There are 3 types of goods. 3 different colors. And also 3 different combinations of numbers here. So I don't have the good. So let's just take this one for example. If I had a 5 or a 6, I had this good, and I had a 5 or a 6, I could pay this card. I play the card, and I could sell goods with, well, of this color with 5 or a 6, and then I just put them aside in my scoring area, and later in the game they are worth 1 point each. Also, normally if the player who sells goods gets the first player marker, but also an addition, and it doesn't matter how many cards you sell, how many goods you sell, you also, oh my god, you also get to take 1 silverling. So if you only sell 1 good, you get 1 point and 1 silver. And in a game not against a virtual player, you get the first player card. But also if you sell 4 goods of the same type, you still get 1 silverling, alright? Okay, action number 4 we can do is we can restock workers to 2 cards. What does that mean? Well, that means we can just choose any card in our hand, play it, and we get to draw up to 2 workers. So if we already had 1 worker, we can only take 1. If we have 2 workers, well, we cannot take any more workers with this action. Alright, action number 5, and I'm throwing my cards, I don't know why. Action number 5, we can just play 1 card and take 1 piece of silver. Very easy. And action number 6 is we can convert workers and or silver into victory points. So anytime we want, we can play a card to trigger an action, and we can, well, we can pay a combination of, of 3. Now we can just pay an amount of workers and silver, and we divide that number that we paid by 3, and for each, well, 3 we paid, we get 1 point. Okay, wow, I'm really messing this video up, right? But we continue, we're going to play. So we have 2 cards. We have 2 cards in our hand, a 3 and a 6. So we could get some animals on board. But what's also interesting is that we can might get some things out of this one here, because they're pretty cool. Although this one I can buy and play immediately, and then we can start collecting animals. Now animals, they score for each set of different types of animals, so we want to have different types of animals. So I think I still will pay this 6 here, so I will just discard it, and I will take the card underneath the number 6. There we go, I put it in my projects area. Now what happens next is normally the other player gets a turn. Well, this doesn't happen of course, and I get to draw a new card of my own draw pile. So we drew a mine, that is not important, we just have to look at this. We have drawn another 3, as you can see. So we can just pay one of these 3s and we can play this farm into our estate. And as you can see, what does this do? If you play a farm, you get to draw one of the 2 animals that are displayed there and put it right into your storage. So let's take a chicken. Alright, underneath there's another chicken. So as you can see, now we are starting to collecting different kinds of animals, right, which could give us more points. Alright, next we draw again. Always have 2 options. Another 3, alright, lots of trees here, and it's not the kind that grows and has leaves. Alright, a tree. Well, I think we'll use that to take another card, one of these yellow ones. Alright, put it into our projects area and draw a new card. A 6. Alright, that's something else. I cannot use both of them. I cannot use a 3 anymore. I cannot use a 6. So I think we will discard one of those 2 cards. Not sure which one. I think I'm going to discard the 3, and I will draw up to 2 workers. So now I have some workers. Now I can have some more control over the things I can do. Alright, next. A 1. Okay, so that's more interesting. So we have a 1 here. So we could take one of these cards here, and that's not so bad. I could probably use... let's go for that farm, right? No, yeah. Okay, so I paid the 1. I draw another farm, put it into my projects, and now I'm going to pay 1 worker. So it's the last card. I cannot draw anymore, so I have to play this one. I'm going to use one worker. Now, cool thing about it's also with the normal Castle of Burgundy, I can change a 6, I can make it one higher, and then it just changes into a 1. So that's what I'm going to do. Pay the worker here, make this a 1, and there we go. Another farm into our estate. That means we get to trigger the action again. Let's take that sheep here, because that is our third animal. And that ends the round, people. So the round is over. So what we do now is we check to see if we have at least as many points as Aaron there, the virtual player. And well, we have 0 points at this moment, but Aaron also didn't score any points yet. So we are safe at this moment. We can continue the game. So what means we just discard all these cards that weren't bought from the display, and we discard them. There we go. All right. And that means we go to the next round. And well, there's nothing much to do. I think I'll end this one here, this video, because I did some explanation and it might be longer, but I will keep on filming for the next round already. So I thank you all for watching this first part. I know I have been messing things up. I was not in a good shape today, but I will try to do it better in the next one. I hope you understand everything. Just keep watching, watch the next parts, and you will see how it works as we play. Alright people, thank you for watching. Feel free to comment in the comment section below. Feel free to give me a thumbs up or to share this video. The more the merrier, of course. And well, I'll see you all in the future of Burgundy. Bye bye.